First cool morning I opened the old closet. There it was, the brown jacket I wore back then. A little tight now, a little faded. I reached into the pocket, one bus ticket, blue ink, almost gone. And suddenly I was 20 again. Cold window, early light, the city moving outside. In that old jacket, the years came back, bus rides home, autumn rain, your laughter from the seat behind me. We had no money, no plans, still the whole world felt ahead of us. In that old jacket, we were young again. I turned the ticket over, no date left, no destination. Still, I knew the road past the school, across the bridge, down the hill where the record shop stayed open late. We walked there with nowhere to go. That was enough back then, it always was. In that old jacket, the years came back, street lights glowing, evening wind, friends whose faces I still remember. Some stayed, some disappeared, some became only names. But for one autumn morning, we were all there again, young, certain, alive. I put the ticket back and wore the jacket out.
The school gate looks smaller now, late afternoon, golden windows, leaves gathered along the fence. I stood outside for a while. That old building, that same clock, and somewhere inside my memory, the bell rang. We ran before it stopped. Old bell, autumn light, we came running through the gate. Books in our arms, plans in our heads. Someone laughed
Saturday afternoon, coins in my pocket, the record shop near the school, posters behind the glass, music drifting through the door. We knew almost none of the songs. Still, we stayed for hours. Then you came in, blue sweater, hair in the wind. You picked up one record. I remember the title. That song played while autumn light fell across the wooden floor. You turned the sleeve, I watched you smile. Outside, our friends were waiting. Inside, the whole world was one small room. I never bought that record. Still, I remember every note. Years later, I passed that street. New buildings, new signs. The record shop was gone, only the doorway looked the same. And from a cafe across the road, an old melody came through the window. Not that song, but close enough. For one moment, we were 17. That music played, the years grew quiet. Friends came back, one by one. Your blue sweater, Saturday light, the coins inside my hand. We had so little, somehow it felt like everything. And somewhere inside that memory, the record shop was open again. The song ended, I stayed until it did. School, four of us at the corner store, coins on the counter, one paper bag, something sweet to share outside. The sun went down behind the apartments, nobody hurried. We talked about leaving town. Big plans, small pockets, and somehow we believed every word. Streetlights came on, still we stayed. At the corner store, we had almost nothing. A paper bag, a wooden bench, a whole evening left to waste. We
being rich. I passed the street again this autumn. The store was gone, new windows, fresh paint. No bench beside the door. I stood there for a moment and remembered all those voices. One moved north, one married young, one simply drifted away. Funny, I can still hear the laughter at the corner store. We had almost nothing, no future we could see, no idea where we'd go. Just friends beneath the streetlights, waiting a little longer before going home. Maybe youth was simply that, having time and not knowing what it was worth. The streetlight came on. I walked home slowly.
Past 10, cold autumn wind. Four of us leaving downtown. Someone checked the bus time, then we ran down the hill. Past the bakery, across the light before it changed. You lost your shoelace. We kept laughing. Nobody wanted the night to end. Streetlights behind us, the last bus ahead. Run for the last bus, don't let it go. Autumn wind against our coats. No money left, no reason to stay out late. Still, we wanted one more hour. We were young, and the night wasn't finished yet. We made it with seconds left. Back row, fogged up windows. Someone fell asleep before the bridge. Someone hummed an old song. The city lights moved past us. I remember looking around at those tired faces and thinking nothing would change. Run for the last bus, one more night. Streetlights fading behind the glass. We didn't know where life would take us, who would stay, who would leave. We only knew almost home. The bus crossed the bridge. Nobody said a word. Chairs on the tables, the kitchen light still on. I folded my old apron, checked the floor, turned the sign to closed. Then the owner handed me a small envelope, my name written in blue. Not much money, still I held it like a fortune. Cold air outside, warm lights behind me. Late shift autumn night, that small envelope inside my coat. Tired feet, empty street, one last bus somewhere ahead. I had so little, but walking home I felt 10 feet tall. The bakery was already dark. Rain shone on the pavement. I stopped at a vending machine, bought one drink, my first treat, with my own money. I remember counting the change, then smiling. Nobody saw, nobody needed to. That night I felt older. Late shift, colder night, street lights leading me home. No grand dream, no great success, just a few bills inside my coat. But something changed on that wall. For the first time, the future felt like mine. I caught the last bus, the envelope stayed warm. Friends left one by one, coats on, chairs pushed back. I stayed near the window. One cold coffee, one empty chair. Rain moved across the glass. Years ago you sat at the last table, always alone, always looking toward the street. I noticed you every time.
Outside, the evening turned blue. Inside, you stayed. At the last table, autumn waited with you. Street lights inside the glass, your hands around a cup. Nothing happened, nothing changed. Still, I remember how the whole room felt different when you were there. The cafe is brighter now. New lamps, new chairs. The old window is the same. Someone sat where you once did, reading quietly for a second. The years folded together. Then a bus passed, the reflection moved, and you were gone again. At the last table, autumn comes back. Rain on the window, blue evening light. I never knew where life took you. Never knew your whole story. But some people stay in memory without ever knowing they were there. The cafe closed. I finished my coffee.
Autumn evening, up the stairs, 5 floors to the rooftop, cold rail, orange sky, the city below us. Someone brought a little radio. Someone talked about leaving town. We leaned against the wall and listened, like every dream might come true. Lights came on, one by one. Still, we stayed on the rooftop. The whole city looked small. Buses below, stars above, dreams bigger than our pockets. We didn't know how far we'd go. We only knew we wanted something more. One friend wanted New York, one wanted a guitar and a stage. I wanted something too, though now I can't remember exactly what. Maybe that was the beauty. Nothing chosen, nothing closed. The night's still wide open. Voices, cold hands, plans we carried into the dark. Some came true, some disappeared. Some changed along the way, but for one autumn evening, everything was still possible. The radio faded, nobody moved.
Rain fell around the station on that Saturday night. Four of us squeezed inside the little booth, coats on our knees, wet hair in our eyes. The first flash caught someone blinking. The next one, we tried to look serious, but by the final picture, none of us could stop laughing. Four small frames, one rainy night. Look at us there, young faces under white light, wet hair, tired eyes, laughing at nothing at all. We didn't know how far we'd scatter. We only knew the next picture was coming, and we were ready. I found that strip in an old wooden drawer, bent at the corners, the colors almost gone. Still, I knew every face. One lives somewhere near the coast now. One moved away. One I haven't seen in years. But holding that photograph, I heard our laughter first. I put it back. All four of us were still smiling. My first room was barely wide enough for a bed and a chair. One small window faced the rooftops where autumn evenings turn blue. I bought a second-hand table and carried it upstairs alone. One cup, two plates, a radio beside the wall. I remember standing there on that first quiet night, thinking this place was mine. That little room held such a big future. Rain on the window, music after midnight. I had almost nothing except time and a key. Still, when the city went quiet, every dream dreams seem possible there. My first room. Cold air slipped beneath the window when November finally arrived. I ate dinner at the table with my coat still on. Some nights I missed home, some nights I wanted the whole world. I wrote plans on scraps of paper and taped them above the desk. Most never happened, a few did. That was enough. That little room held all my beginnings. Books on the floor, morning through the blinds. I didn't know which road was mine yet. I only knew I wanted to find it. Years later, I still remember how enormous life looked through that small window. The room is gone now. The window remains in me.
The station was almost empty before the morning light. One old suitcase beside my shoes. I kept the ticket inside my coat. One way, northbound. My mother had packed something for the ride. I barely touched it. I watched the tracks disappear into the fog and wondered what waited beyond them. Then the train arrived, doors opened. I stepped inside. Where was I going? I couldn't say. Only somewhere I had never been. Past the houses, past the river, past every street that knew my name. I had no plan worth calling a plan. Just one ticket and the feeling I should go. By noon, the towns looked unfamiliar. Different roofs outside the glass. A man across the aisle slept through every stop. I wrote an address on the back of my ticket. Though I wasn't sure I'd stay there long. That was how those years began. One place, then another, always believing the next one might be mine. Where was I going? Maybe nowhere in particular. I was 20 something, and leaving felt like an answer. Some roads worked, some didn't. Some didn't. Some led me right back again. But even now, I remember that train and how wide the world looked ahead. The ticket is gone. I still remember the window.
I stepped outside the station just after 8 that night. One small bag held everything I owned. The street names meant nothing. The buses passed too fast. I walked 3 blocks in the wrong direction, then found the room above a little store. One bed, one window, a city I had never seen before. I opened the curtain, thousands of lights looked back. New city, unknown streets, windows glowing across the dark. Nobody knew my name here, nobody knew where I'd been. For the first time, that didn't feel so frightening. It felt like room to begin. The first few weeks were mostly getting lost. Wrong buses, cheap dinners, long walks home. I learned the corner shops and which streets stayed bright. I learned where the river was. Some evenings I missed everything familiar, but little by little, the city stopped feeling like a stranger, and so did I. New city, autumn lights, rain shining along the road. I still had no real plan, no promise things would work. Something might begin. The traffic kept moving, so did I.
Took the wrong street one November afternoon. The map in was folded the wrong way. I crossed a narrow bridge I'd never seen before. A flower shop was closing on the corner ahead. Someone swept leaves from a doorway. I kept walking, too proud to ask the way. And somehow the lost hour didn't feel wasted. Maybe the wrong turns were part of the road, the streets I didn't choose, the doors I never opened. Years later, I remember them clearly. A bridge, a fading shot, the cold light on the stone. Funny how a life can change direction without making any sound. There were other turns I thought I'd gotten wrong, jobs I left too soon, cities I couldn't stay in, people I almost knew, and plans that disappeared. Back then, I called it wandering. Now I think I was becoming someone, one uncertain step at a time. No map could have shown me that. Maybe the wrong turns were never wrong at all. Some roads ended, some bent away, some brought me back to myself. I spent years trying to understand where I should have gone. Now I only know every road left something with me. The map is long gone. I remember the bridge.
I walked through the old neighborhood one late autumn afternoon. Most of the stores had changed, and the trees looked taller now. Behind the building, those steps were still there, 3 worn stones beside the back door. We used to sit there until the street lights came on, talking about nothing we needed to remember. Funny, I remember all of it. Those back steps held our ordinary days, cold hands, faded shoes, voices drifting into evening. Nothing important ever happened there. At least that's what we thought. Now those quiet hours feel like gold. I could almost see someone telling the same old story. We talked about jobs, cars, and places we'd go. And someone would say it was getting late, and still nobody stood up. We thought we had endless evenings. Maybe youth always feels that way. Those back steps held more than we knew. Friends beside me, autumn air, a whole life still ahead. No photographs of most of those nights. No reason to remember them. Yet somehow the smallest moments were the ones that stayed. I touched the old railing, then walked on. I took the evening bus through the old part of town. Autumn light was fading across the window glass. For a moment my reflection disappeared, and I saw the streets the way they looked back then. The record shop, the schoolyard, that hill we used to climb. So many ordinary places holding pieces of our lives. We couldn't keep the years, we couldn't keep those autumn nights. Friends moved on, dreams changed shape. Some names slowly disappeared, but some things stayed beneath it all. A little warmth, a certain light we carried without knowing. The window showed my face again, older than the one I knew. I smiled at it without meaning to. There were roads I never planned, goodbyes I never expected. There were dreams I couldn't hold, and others I found much later. Still, I would not trade those uncertain years for knowing how everything would end. We couldn't keep the years, and maybe we were never meant to. The buses left, the seasons turned, learned other names. But every younger version of who we were is somewhere inside us still. Not gone, not waiting, just quietly glowing. The light we kept. Night filled the window, the light stayed on.
First cool morning I opened the old closet. There it was, the brown jacket I wore back then. A little tight now, a little faded. I reached into the pocket, one bus ticket, blue ink, almost gone. And suddenly I was 20 again. Cold window, early light, the city moving outside. In that old jacket, the years came back, bus rides home, autumn rain, your laughter from the seat behind me. We had no money, no plans, still the whole world felt ahead of us. In that old jacket, we were young again. I turned the ticket over, no date left, no destination. Still, I knew the road past the school, across the bridge, down the hill where the record shop stayed open late. We walked there with nowhere to go. That was enough back then, it always was. In that old jacket, the years came back, street lights glowing, evening wind, friends whose faces I still remember. Some stayed, some disappeared, some became only names. But for one autumn morning, we were all there again, young, certain, alive. I put the ticket back and wore the jacket out.
The school gate look smaller now. Late afternoon, golden windows, leaves gathered along the fence. I stood outside for a while. That old building, that same clock, and somewhere inside my memory, the bell rang. We ran before it stopped. Old bell, autumn light, we came running through the gate. Books in our arms, plans in our heads, someone laughing far behind. We thought the days were endless. We thought we had all the time. Old bell, call us young again. The playground was almost empty. One ball near the steps. I remembered our names carved under the desk. The boy who wanted to leave town, the girl who sang too loud, and you waiting near the gate with your blue bag, pretending you weren't waiting for me. Old bell, autumn light, all those faces came back again. Some moved away, some stayed close, some I never saw again. But for one late afternoon, the gate opened wide, and there we were, young, running home. A leaf crossed the yard. The bell stayed silent.
Saturday afternoon, coins in my pocket, the record shop near the school, posters behind the glass, music drifting through the door. We knew almost none of the songs. Still, we stayed for hours. Then you came in, blue sweater, hair in the wind. You picked up one record. I remember the title. That song played while autumn light fell across the wooden floor. You turned the sleeve, I watched you smile. whole world was one small room. I never bought that record still. I remember every note. Years later, I passed that street. New buildings, new signs. The record shop was gone, only the doorway looked the same. And from a cafe across the road, an old melody came through the window. Not that song, but close enough. For one moment, we were 17. That music played, the years grew quiet. Friends came back, one by one. Your blue sweater, Saturday light, the coins inside my hand. We had so little, somehow it felt like everything. And somewhere inside that memory, the record shop was open again. The song ended, I stayed until it did.
Autumn after school, four of us at the corner store, coins on the counter, one paper bag, something sweet to share outside. The sun went down behind the apartments, nobody hurried. We talked about leaving town, big plans, small pockets, and somehow we believed every word. Streetlights came on, still we stayed. At the corner store, we had almost nothing. Paper bag, a wooden bench, a whole evening left to waste. We laughed until it got cold. Back then, that felt like being rich. I passed the street again this autumn. The store was gone, new windows, fresh paint, no bench beside the door. I stood there for a moment and remembered all those voices. One moved north, one married young, one simply drifted away. I can still hear the laughter. At the corner store, we had almost nothing. No future we could see, no idea where we'd go. Just friends beneath the street. was were. The street light came on. I walked home slowly.
Ten past 10, cold autumn wind. Four of us leaving downtown. Someone checked the bus time, then we ran down the hill. Past the bakery, across the light before it changed. You lost your shoelace. We kept laughing. Nobody wanted the night to end. Street lights behind us, the last bus ahead. Run for the last bus, don't let it go. Autumn wind against our coats. No money left, no reason to stay out late. Still, we wanted one more hour. We were young, and the night wasn't finished yet. We made it with seconds left. Back row, fogged up windows. Someone fell asleep before the bridge. Someone hummed an old song. The city lights moved past us. I remember looking around at those tired faces and thinking nothing would change. Run for the last bus, one more night. Street lights fading behind the glass. We didn't know where life would take us. Who would stay? Who would leave? We only knew tomorrow felt far away. Back then, that was enough. We were young and almost home. The bus crossed the bridge. Nobody said a word. Chairs on the tables, the kitchen light still on. I folded my old apron, checked the floor, turned the sign to closed. Then the owner handed me a small envelope, my name
written in blue. Not much money, still I held it like a fortune. Cold air outside, warm lights behind me. Late shift autumn night, that small envelope inside my coat. Tired feet, empty street, one last bus somewhere ahead. I had so little, but walking home I felt 10 feet tall. The bakery was already dark. Rain shone on the pavement. I stopped at a vending machine, bought one drink, my first treat, with my own money. I remember counting the change, then smiling. Nobody saw, nobody needed to. That night I felt older. Late shift, colder night, street lights leading me home. No grand dream, no great success, just a few bills inside my coat. But something changed on that walk. For the first time, the future felt like mine. I caught the last bus. The envelope stayed warm. Friends left one by one, coats on, chairs pushed back. I stayed near the window. One cold coffee, one empty chair. Rain moved across the glass. Years ago you sat at the last table, always alone, always looking toward the street. I noticed you every time. Outside, the evening turned blue. Inside, you stayed. At the last table, autumn waited with you. Street lights inside the glass. Your hands around a cup. Nothing happened, nothing changed. Still, I remember how the whole room felt different when you were there. The cafe is brighter now. New lamps, new chairs. The old window is the same. Someone sat where you once did, reading quietly for a second. The years folded together. Then a bus passed. The reflection moved, and you were gone again. At the last table, autumn comes hours back. Rain on the window, blue evening light. I never knew where life took you. Never knew your whole story. But some people stay in memory without ever knowing they were there. The cafe closed. I finished my coffee.
Autumn evening, up the stairs, 5 floors to the rooftop, cold rail, orange sky, the city below us. Someone brought a little radio. Someone talked about leaving town. We leaned against the wall and listened, like every dream might come true. Lights came on, one by one, still we stayed on the rooftop. The whole city looked small, buses below, stars above, dreams bigger than our pockets. We didn't know how far we'd go. We only knew we wanted something more. One friend wanted New York, one wanted a guitar and a stage. I wanted something too, though now I can't remember exactly what. Maybe that was the beauty, nothing chosen, nothing closed, the night's still wide open. Voices, cold hands, plans we carried into the dark. Some came true, some disappeared, some changed along the way. But for one autumn evening, everything was still possible. The radio faded, nobody moved.
Rain fell around the station on that Saturday night. 4 of us squeezed inside the little booth, coats on our knees, wet hair in our eyes. The first flash caught someone blinking. The next one, we tried to look serious, but by the final picture, none of us could stop laughing. Four small frames, one rainy night. Look at us there, young faces under white light, wet hair, tired eyes, laughing at nothing at all. We didn't know how far we'd scatter. We only knew the next picture was coming, and we were ready. I found that strip in an old wooden drawer, bent at the corners, the colors almost gone. Still, I knew every face. One lives somewhere near the coast now. One moved away. One I haven't seen in years. But holding that photograph, I heard our laughter first. I put it back. All four of us were still smiling. My first room was barely wide enough for a bed and a chair. One small window faced the rooftops where autumn evenings turn blue. I bought a second-hand table and carried it upstairs alone. One cup, two plates, a radio beside the wall. I remember standing there on that first quiet night, thinking this place was mine. That little room held such a big future. Rain on the window, music after midnight. I had almost nothing except time and a key. Still, when the city went quiet, every dream seemed possible there. My first room. Cold air slipped beneath the window when November finally arrived. I ate dinner at the table with my coat still on. Some nights I missed home, some nights I wanted the whole world. I wrote plans on scraps of paper and taped them above the desk. Most never happened, a few did. That was enough. That little room held all my beginnings. Books on the floor, morning through the blinds. I didn't know which road was mine yet. I only knew I wanted to find years later, I still remember how enormous life looked through that small window. The room is gone now. The window remains in me.
The station was almost empty before the morning light. One old suitcase beside my shoes. I kept the ticket inside my coat. One way, northbound. My mother had packed something for the ride. I barely touched it. I watched the tracks disappear into the fog and wondered what waited beyond them. Then the train arrived, doors opened. I stepped inside. Where was I going? I couldn't say. Only somewhere I had never been. Past the houses, past the river, past every street that knew my name. I had no plan worth calling a plan. Just one ticket and the feeling I should go. By noon, the towns looked unfamiliar. Different roofs outside the glass. A man across the aisle slept through every stop. I wrote an address on the back of my ticket. Though I wasn't sure I'd stay there long, that was how those years began. One place, then another, always believing the next one might be mine. Where was I going? Maybe nowhere in particular. I was 20-something, and leaving felt like an answer. Some roads worked, some didn't. Some didn't. Some led me right back again. But even now, I remember that train and how wide the world looked ahead. The ticket is gone. I still remember the window. I stepped outside the station
Just after 8 that night, one small bag held everything I owned. The street names meant nothing, the buses passed too fast. I walked 3 blocks in the wrong direction, then found the room above a little store. One bed, one window, a city I had never seen before. I opened the curtain, thousands of lights looked back. New city, unknown streets, windows glowing across the dark. Nobody knew my name here, nobody knew where I'd been. For the first time, that didn't feel so frightening. It felt like room to begin. The first few weeks were mostly getting lost. Wrong buses, cheap dinners, long walks home. I learned the corner shops and which streets stayed bright. I learned where the river was. Some evenings I missed everything familiar, but little by little, the city stopped feeling like a stranger, and so did I. New city, autumn lights, rain shining along the road. I still had no real plan, no promise things would work. But every morning I opened that window and thought maybe today something might begin. The traffic kept moving, so did I.
Took the wrong street one November afternoon. The map in my pocket was folded the wrong way. I crossed a narrow bridge I'd never seen before. The flower shop was closing on the corner ahead. Someone swept leaves from a doorway. I kept walking, too proud to ask the way. And somehow the lost hour didn't feel wasted. Maybe the wrong turns were part of the road. The streets I didn't choose, the doors I never opened. Years later, I remember them clearly. A bridge, a fading shot, the cold light on the stone. Funny how a life can change direction without making any sound. There were other turns I thought I'd gotten wrong, jobs I left too soon, cities I couldn't stay in, people I almost knew, and plans that disappeared. Back then, I called it wandering. Now I think I was becoming someone, one uncertain step at a time. No map could have shown me that. Maybe the wrong turns were never wrong at all. Some roads ended, some bent away, some brought me back to myself. I spent years trying to understand where I should have gone. Now I only know every road left something with me. The map is long gone. I remember the bridge.
I walked through the old neighborhood one late autumn afternoon. Most of the stores had changed, and the trees looked taller now. Behind the building, those steps were still there, 3 worn stones beside the back door. We used to sit there until the street lights came on, talking about nothing we needed to remember. Funny, I remember all of it. Those back steps held our ordinary days, cold hands, faded shoes, voices drifting into evening. Nothing important ever happened there. At least that's what we thought. Now those quiet hours feel like gold. I could almost see us sitting there again, someone sharing a soda, someone telling the same old story. We talked about jobs, cars, and places we'd go. And someone would say it was getting late. Still, nobody stood up. We thought we had endless evenings. Maybe youth always feels that way. Yet somehow the smallest moments were the ones that stayed. I touched the old railing, then walked on. I took the evening bus through the old part of town. Autumn light was fading across the window glass. For a moment my reflection disappeared, and I saw the streets the way they looked back then. The record shop, the schoolyard, that hill we used to climb. So many ordinary places holding pieces of our lives. We couldn't keep the years, we couldn't keep those autumn nights. Friends moved on, dreams changed shape. Some names slowly disappeared, but some things stayed beneath it all. A little warmth, a certain light we carried without knowing. The window showed my face again, older than the one I knew. I smiled at it without meaning to. There were roads I never planned, goodbyes I never expected. There were dreams I couldn't hold, and others I found much later. Still, I would not trade those uncertain years for knowing how everything would end. We couldn't keep the years, and maybe we were never meant to. The buses left, the seasons turned, the streets learned other names. But every younger version of who we were is somewhere inside us still, not gone, not waiting, just quietly glowing. The light